Hello, everybody. This is Justin from the St. Charts. It is, well, Saturday, the 31st of May, 2025. I probably won't post this up till Sunday. So this is a second podcast we're going to do specifically for US listed stocks. And I'm going to start with TROX. And this one here is in a blue box reversal zone at 6.26, and it does go all the way down to 2.52, so bear that in mind. But for me, I think that looks pretty reasonable to take a next leg up. I mean, that's sort of a corrective since sort of 2021. So worth doing some research, see what the company's all about, see what sort of news might be coming out of them. But if we can get a bounce to the upside, fingers crossed we should get at least a three-wave bounce. Even if we went up to 10 pence, that's a bagger. But if we can get some right wind behind it and break that prior high, sort of 22, isn't it? I mean, we could see trading into this red box zone here at 24.17 to 29.56 dollars, or cents, isn't it, or whatever it is. There you go. So that's TROX. Worth doing some research, and as I say, that's a sort of a long-term blue box reversal zone. So as long as your research looks good, company looks good, might be a reasonable entry. ABSI is my next one, and just get that one up. So I think we gave this as a blue box reversal zone actually in our recent podcast. So that's great. We've actually got a winner. So for me, that would be my stop loss, and hopefully if we can hold sort of above here. It's 257. Don't want to go too much lower. 220, 240. That shouldn't be too bad. But hopefully we can get another wave higher, and we can go sort of up from here, and if we can break this prior high, I think we break and hold above about 3.4. Should give us this red box down here at 4.18 to 4.61. But if we get a right wind behind it, we could go sort of to there, a bit of turbulence, and then break this prior high here, sort of breaking a hold about 6.4. This should bring us into this red box zone here at 7.63 to 9.16. So that is, potentially massive reward. So, worth doing some research and combine that together with the chart is how hopefully you should get a decent entry and make some money. But, ideally you want to be long from that blue box. But, there we go. But worth doing some research, see what that's all about. BTBT is my next one. And this one I definitely covered off last time. I've covered this off a few times. We've called this one pretty well. Indeed, we said that, this sort of 180 level, we thought that we were going to get a move out of that blue box reversal zone at 227. We did. It's sort of had a bit of turbulence at the moment, but, it's worth doing some research, see what it's all about. I believe it's crypto related. As long as crypto goes up, which we've just done a podcast on crypto, that would be on our homepage on YouTube or on X, for those who look at X. I think there's more upside in crypto over the coming weeks and months. If we get the right wind behind it, break and hold above that sort of 5.6 level, should bring us up to this red box zone here at 6.89 to 8.31. So that is BTBT doing so far so well. CODI is my next one, and this one here, I've got a blue box reversal zone at 10.06 down to 6.34. We're right at the bottom of it. What I like about this is the fact that, obviously what I don't like is that massive drop there from 17 all the way down to 5-6 cents. So, obviously that you need to research as to why that's fallen so far. But we've got a turn up on the MACD. We've got RSI divergence. We might see, so bear this in mind. It could be that, we get a little bit more downside, make slightly low. And as long as you've got RSI divergence on that, or MACD divergence, hopefully then we can get sort of at least a three-wave bounce and, attack the top of the box. I think that would be my first target. So that's sort of 10 cents. But, there's that gap to fill to 17.04. So, worth doing some research again on that one, see what's going on. So DVAX is my next one, and another NASDAQ. And this one is in a blue box reversal zone at 9.63 down to 8.27 as a pretty, longish term reversal zone. It could drop a bit lower than that. I mean, bear that in mind. It could drop down to sort of the bottom of the box. So you want to be using whatever it is that you use for a signal to buy. But combine that with some research, hopefully should be able to make some money on that one. But do I have a target? No, I don't actually. I think that's just disappeared. But if it could sort of break above this 21 cents level, then it could potentially have a nice big leg to the upside. I've got another red box zone there at 3.25, but I think that's if it breaks this low here at 7.27. But I think I ignore that for now, and hopefully this blue box is where we're going to get a good reversal to the upside. So that's DVAX. CAPR is my next one, and this one here I've got CAPR. Just get that one up. The Nasdaq, and this one here, for me, I'm expecting a bit more downside of this one, so I'm going to set myself an alert at 5.26, which is going to be a fill that gap as well there, which we've got here. But unless it can break that downtrend, if I just draw a very crude line there, so unless it can break that, we might just see a bit more upside here and then more downside. But so for me, I think this 5.26 down to 2.20 is where we need to be looking for a reversal signal in order to make a long entry. So that's one for your watch list. Next one I'm going to do is GERN. And if I just get that one up, another Nasdaq, and this one here is a gap play. So 2.31. We're currently sitting at 1.52. What I like about the entry is we've got this divergence. We had a new lower low, from that there, which I'll just count it. I mean, there's a pretty obvious 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there we should expect at least a 3-wave bounce to the upside. So far, we sort of looks like this is a 1. They're probably get a 2 and hopefully get a 3 and going to fill that gap. So there you go. It's worth doing some research, seeing what's going on with GERN. The next one I do is LSEA. And I don't know anything about these. This one here, I actually had this in the blue box reversal zone before it broke out to the upside there, but I never covered it off in a podcast. And I did take the trade, so even worse. But it's hovering here, so that's a pretty good sign. Obviously, the buyers and sellers are having a bit of a tug of war there, but it looks like we could see a little bit more upside. I like the fact that the RSI there is super high. I think they let that cool off a bit, and we could see another push higher. It might just be up to 12, 13, 14, but if we can break this prior high, break and hold above 14.5, I think that brings us up to this red box zone there at 15.85 to 18.69. So worth having a look, see what's going on at LSEA. DNUT is my next one. A donut. It is a donut firm as well, actually. I think that's off The Simpsons, as far as I remember. But, I don't know anything about it. I believe it's about £500 million of dollar company. But it's in a blue box reversal zone. It's right down at the bottom. I don't have any RSI divergence, but I have on the MACD. It's probably not a bad sign. I've got a gap there at 8.98. So there's potential couple of bags. But you want to see why it's been in such an awful decline since it listed back in July 21 at sort of 20 cents. So we're sort of 10 bag downwards. But at some stage, one would expect a bit of a recovery and the bulls to take control. So obviously the first sort of target would actually be this gap down here at 4.19. But then hopefully they can go to fill that gap at 8.95. But obviously I don't know anything about the business, so need to do the research on that one. VSTS is my next one. And this one here, I've got there's actually a gap play there at 8.62. But I think that, that risk reward is a bit not in my favor on that one. But I do like it from that red box there at 4.57. It goes all the way down to peanuts. But if we could get a reasonable setup within that box there, do some research, see what it's all about, and we could hopefully get a setup within that red box for a reversal play. So one for the watch list. BTU is my next one, and just get that one up. And this one here is in a blue box reversal zone. So, that's pretty good. It's a sort of a longish term, couple of years or 2-3 years. But hopefully we should get at least a 3-wave bounce to the upside there. So, sort of around a 1 maybe, I don't know, need to break out of that blue box here at 14.82, and then hopefully you can sort of probably attack sort of the 20 cents area. That would be where my initial target would be for a reassessment to see what's happening with the price action. So that's BTU. SNDX is the next one, and this one here is this one here. There's another one for the watch list. We're currently sitting at 10 cents 54. I mean, I'm not saying that it's definitely going to go down. I mean, this is just what I'm seeing on a chart. But for me, I think that if we could hit that red box at around 6.78 or 6.78, it goes all the way down again into nothingness. But, that would be a good area to have a look for a reversal play. So worth doing some research again, see what's going on, and stick on your watch list. SHOO is my next one, and anybody who watched The Wolf of Wall Street will know who this is. Steve Madden. And so SHOO. It's in a blue box reversal zone, and I think that's a pretty reasonable play for another bounce to the upside. And so I think breaking a hold above this blue box, top of the blue box there, 26.43. Hopefully, you should get a couple of ways to the upside. I haven't really got much of a thing here, but I'll go 1, 2, 3. But even up to 40 cents is that's a reasonable return. Just look at that on the monthly chart. I mean, it's been fantastic for those who've held that. I mean, it's done really well, but it's worth doing some research, see what's going on there. But I think you might get a couple of waves higher from that blue box. But obviously it's been on a terrific run, hasn't it? So, but well done, those who bought that in whenever it was. But there you go. That's me for today. I'll be back again soon. Thank you.